Hi, I'm Michael Johnson with Film Compass, and today we're exploring some of the weirdest things you can still do in Austin, Texas.
This lively city used to be a lot weirder, but it's still home to incredibly fun times and a few weird places. In today's video, we'll play bingo with chicken poop, stand inside a cathedral made of junk, explore the clothing-optional park of Hippie Hollow, do some weird shopping on South Congress, and get a little drunk playing putt-putt.
Getting real tired of all this chicken poop. We're gonna talk about chicken poop today.
At a place called the Little Longhorn Saloon, you can play one of the weirdest games of bingo you'll perhaps ever play. With a chicken and its poop calling the shots, there's no way you'll get bored here. If you're even a little familiar with bingo, you've got a good idea of what to expect. Bar patrons line up to buy a randomly selected number, and then wait to see which number the chicken will do his business on, with the lucky winner winning a pile of cash. The game originally started over 25 years ago and has become an Austin phenomenon. It's played every Sunday from 4 to 8 p.m. and is welcome to all ages. Basic tickets are a $2 donation, while golden tickets are a $5 donation, all of which go into the pot for winning. The bar hosts live music 6 nights a week, with great beer and a friendly atmosphere to keep you company, while you watch a chicken's butt for a few hours, just to see if you win anything.
Now, there's some pretty weird art in Austin, but one of the weirdest I've ever seen is the Cathedral of Junk.
Located just 15 minutes south of downtown Austin, inside the backyard of a man dubbed by the Austin art community as a yardist, this cathedral is virtually invisible from the street. However, when you pass through the fence, you'll see the towering cathedral that is made up of over 60 tons of junk. Once you enter, you'll notice a packed assortment of treasures and objects strategically placed kind of everywhere. The hallways are lined with everything from the Statue of Liberty to action figures and vacuum cleaners. Many of these items were actually brought to the artist himself by those wishing to visit and provide additions to his collection, making this art piece a living installation. Further into the cathedral, you'll come across multiple levels with staircases, leading you to large lounge rooms with lookout towers and observation platforms. Like something out of a science fiction novel, this cathedral even comes with a throne to sit upon and gaze at this amazing creation. The cathedral has been surveyed by many engineers over the years and is considered to be strong and safe to visit. There's no fee to get in, but the cathedral does take donations.
Next up is Hippie Hollow, Texas' one and only clothing optional park.
Located on a somewhat remote section of Lake Travis, this park has been home to hippies and Central Texas nudists for over 50 years. It's a short, beautiful 30-minute drive from downtown Austin, with high numbers of visitors in the summer months. Its long tradition of being Texas' only clothing-optional public park stems as far back as the German and Czech settlers that first came to sunbathe in this area in the 19th century. It's just a quick scenic walk to the shores of Lake Travis, making this a great place to swim and soak up the sun. Entrance to the park costs $8 and is open from 9 a.m. to sunset, with access available to only those who are 18 years or older. There's plenty of parking, but remember, the clothes can't come off until after you leave the parking lot.
If iconic shops with weird items intrigues you, then I would head to South Congress.
Also known as SoCo, this strip of shops and restaurants is just minutes away from downtown Austin, with many notable retailers and interesting characters. One of the first shops on South Congress I would check out is Allen's Boots, a western wear store that first opened in 1977. Home to some country and weird raccoon decor, you'll have an entertaining time shopping for some cowboy boots. Down the strip from Allen's Boots is Lucy in Disguise. Named after the owner's border collie, this enormous outpost offers mini costumes, vintage clothing, and masks of all different kinds. All the merchandise in the store can be purchased, and most can even be rented out from anywhere between $10 to $75, depending on how elaborate the costume is. Just feet away from Lucy in Disguise is Tesoro's Trading Company, a very funky store full of art and artifacts from over 20 different countries, including Italy, Madagascar, and many more. Established in 1989, Tesoro's is a great place to shop for imports from all across the world.
Fill your own cooler and bring your own beer to the incredibly fun courses at Peter Pan Mini Golf.
Considered to be an Austin landmark since 1948, this mini golf course is home to two 18-hole courses filled with large creatures and some characters straight out of a fairy tale. Fun for all ages and located at the corner of Barton Springs Road and South Lamar, it's a little hard not to notice the giant T-Rex and Peter Pan figure in front of the golf course. Each figure was actually built by hand and carved into shape by one of the course's founding family members. The strange, whimsical sculptures have been helping to keep Austin weird for over 70 years, with very little changing since the course's inception. Prices are inexpensive, and on a typical Saturday night, you might not see any kids at all. Just a bunch of adults having a party. Peter Pan Mini Golf is open every day of the week, usually from mid-morning to as late as 11 p.m. on Saturday night. A round of mini golf starts at $6 for kids and $8 for adults, with an east and west course to choose from, or play all 36 holes for just $12.
That's everything. I hope you'll come see these weird places someday. And remember to keep Austin weird. Stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching.